and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who hates it when his company just adds 7 years of work to his tally. It's Norbert Morvan.
The, the solution to a claustrophobic astronaut is to give him more space.
You know what? I'm gonna give. I think David John. Okay, so David Das Melchin was great in Late Night with the Devil.
Yes.
Hugh Grant was great in Heretic, but I think David Johnson might be my favorite male performance in a horror movie this year because he there's two accents. He's dad joke, and then he's British villain, and he's just
Bruh.
I don't know. The guy, he's really good in this movie. Actually, everyone is. Like Kaylee Spaney's awesome too. And I feel bad for Isabella Mercad because she has one of the worst days ever in this
Bruh.
movie, Norbert.
Bruh. She's
Poor
pregnant. She's pregnant by likely her cousin. I mean, we need to acknowledge that,
Yeah, because he hugs her.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Some asshole is the father of her child. Oh, he's also my cousin. Because one of our favorite retro movies is Great Balls of Fire. So we just get down like that. So she's having her cousin's baby, and then she takes the black goo from Prometheus, and hilarity ensues. Let's just say, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I've watched this a couple times in preparation for this episode, and we've talked about it before. I've watched it 3 times, and I've researched
That's right,
it a lot. And
That's right.
you know what I love? I love this movie for a few reasons. One, it's not just problems on problems. It's problems on problems on problems, spoilers on problems. Like there's a scene in the elevator shaft when and Fede Álvarez was talking about this in his films. People just get brutalized. What Jane Levy and Evil Dead and Don't Breathe just gets obliterated in those movies.
Yes.
They survive, but she gets wrecked. And so Kaylee Spaney is in this world. But there's a scene towards the end where they're trapped by a horde of aliens. Then gravity goes out. Then they start shooting the aliens in the head, which creates floating acid, zero G acid. Then they have to swim through the acid. But then the gravity comes back on. More xenomorphs come out. There's an elevator that's out of whack. Face huggers come out. The elevator drops. There's more gravity. Like
correct.
And then there's a giant space baby.
Yes.
This movie, and I love, we're going to go to this ring. Okay, well, but they don't have enough pods. Okay, well, face huggers are in this. Oh, there's an evil android. She's pregnant. She has a space baby. Like, this movie puts problems on problems to another level, and I love it so much. Another one is there's so many Easter eggs in this movie, but I consider this to be a reboot where like a Jurassic World or like a Force Awakens, but I like this one more because I think it stands on its own, and it also doesn't retcon anything from the other Alien films. I love that there's alien resurrection in this. I love that there's swimming face huggers and gross xenomorph babies. I love that the black goo comes back. Like I think it's a movie where everyone loved the Alien franchise, and like I don't know I just like that there's problems on problems, and it's made by someone who loves the franchise and who like made a really good reboot that made a lot of money, and now they're making a sequel. It's a movie that I just really enjoy. I even, the more I watch it, the more I like it, because it's like so simple. Let's go to this place. Oh, these don't work. Oh, they got sucked up there. We got to go across the building. This thing's going to crash. Like it's a very ABC structure film.
That's it.
People get the shit wrecked out of them.
Wrecked.
And it's just I don't know. I also too, Norbert, you know what I learned? That movie Pandorum. He's like, I got to go on this end of the ship to the other end of the ship.
Underrated.
Deep Rising. We're on this ship. We got to get off the ship. There's monsters on this ship. Give me a floating ship, and you got to go from one end to the other. And I give it a B+ immediately.
Immediately, because Pandorum should not have been that good.
Yeah.
And you're watching it, and you're just drawn into it. And then what is coming out of that guy's eye hole? And then, oh my God, they can't get to the other end of the ship because to just go straight would be, it's fantastic. And so this movie does a better job of filling in what happens after Prometheus than Covenant does, and
Yeah.
ties everything together. Very simply, very simply, to the point where the movie manages to go back to the first movie. What happened to that alien? Oh, they found it.
Yeah. With the harpoon still in it.
Hilarity ensued. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, everyone died. And then not only that, alien isolation gets a
Save,
lot of burn in this
the
because
save points.
you see the save points all over the place. Number one, number two, the way that you see all of these gooey people at the very bottom of the space station. That's what happens in Alien Isolation. Spoiler alert for those of you who didn't finish it. Norbert won the game. I was asleep for a long time playing that game. But the idea in Alien Isolation was, okay, there's one alien on the ship. Come to find out that by the time you get to the bottom, there's like 90. So you're not fighting one alien the whole time. You're fighting dozens. They could have gone that route in this one, but I appreciate that it was just to save points, and the way that that last scene, not the last scene, the way that where they were trying to find the pregnant girl, that's the way that it looks in Alien Isolation, because
Oh.
that's the game that this guy was like, yo, of course we're bringing Alien back, and we're doing it like this, okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the best Alien movie since Alien 3. Norbert put it out there. It's officially right there. Uh, Better than Alien 3? I'm going to say Alien 3 director's cut, special assembly cut, is just above this one. Because this one's good. It ain't perfect. Because, like Hoffmeyer says, it's basically Easter egg the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. There's a list like
But
400 Easter eggs you can find.
clearly,
Alien
like
Romulus.
clearly. This is the greatest hits of the first four movies. Oh, by the way, we sprinkled some Prometheus in there too.
Which makes me happy.
And that's exactly.
And it cost me. And you know, can I tell you something funny? I got assigned a script about Xenomorphs, and I had to do all their history and for film theory. Like I do How to Kill a Minion, How to Survive a Quiet Place, blah blah blah. I had to do this huge alien thing. I do all this research, watch them all, watch all the commentaries. Romulus comes out and completely destroys the idea, and it never got published. I got paid, but like because it was all about the black goo, and then it's like, oh yeah, here it is, and I was like, no, I had all these, I had theories, and now it's like, no, this is what it is. But
that's right.
I love how it brings Prometheus back, though, and
that's right.
Yes, it is Easter egg the movie, but I mean, if we look at our modern age of filmmaking, Force Awakens, Jurassic World, Halloween, Creed. Creed's good, but it's still a remake, reboot.
It's Rocky.
Five Cream, and it's like they're all successful. Every single one of those are. So if you're Fox and you're like, listen, I love Prometheus Covenant, you know that I'm on record saying that, but
that's right.
The world didn't. You know, like people are kind of like, what is like Fassbender's great, but why are they they're in the shower? This guy's peeing. This guy's looking at an egg. Like you know what? So they're like, we need a good reboot. So let's go reboot Cool Land. Let's get the guy who pulverized people in Evil Dead and Don't Breathe, and let's make a reboot Cool.
That's right.
So mean. I was doing
It's so good.
I was doing a episode about the not good at all remake Speak No Evil, and we were talking about remakes, and Lisa Leahy, who's a frequent guest, she's like, I love the Evil Dead remake, the 2015 one, because it drops the humor and just kicks you right in the face. It takes steel-toed boots and like knocks your teeth out. It's like the meanest movie. And then Don't Breathe. Just poor Jane Levy gets obliterated in that movie. And so,
and on the other hand, is that guy really the bad guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Continue, my friend.
But it's like, let's do a reboot. Let's not do it with like J.J. Abrams. Let's do a reboot, or Colin Trevorrow. Let's take this mean dude who loves the franchise and has been asking to make one of these for a long time. Let's give him some money. Let's send him to Budapest let's give them a really interesting cast. I mean, Kaylee Spaney,
Budapest.
yeah, like if you see giant sets, huge sets, and you see the budget's 80 million, they're in Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
Duly
what
noted.
Blade Runner 2049, Dune. It's like they're not that expensive. Like Black Adam's much more expensive than these movies are. Budapest. So, they give him money. They send him. Kay Spaney's in Civil War. She's in Priscilla. You give him David
Yes.
Johnson, who's like awesome in Rye Lane and like blowing up. You give him some interesting characters, some questionable Rook AI stuff, but you're like, hey man, just go make a movie. Like they went all practical. The face huggers were made by Weta. They made like 47 of them. They were remote control
Nice.
face huggers. There's a video of little face huggers swimming around in pools, like just like
Oh my God, that is my nightmare fuel. Don't show me that video, please.
They made that, and they brought back the original. Like Weta had never worked on an Alien film, and they're like, please guys, please, please, please. They brought back the original crew from all the Alien films, and they built like
I
these
saw
awesome,
that. Yeah.
like this alien's more of like a shark. It's meaner, it's grittier. Like if you touch it, you're gonna cut your hand. Like shark, if you go one way with it, you're gonna cut your hand open.
Right.
Like
That's right.
they made it different, and like the sets are practical, and then you look at the elevator scenes, like it's beautiful how they shot them, and like they made this really lived in, like the initial scenes of the planet that Rain is on, like it's grungy as hell. It looks
Yes.
like a Blade Runner horrible thing. Like it feels lived in. It doesn't feel fake because Fede Alvarez is good, and like they sent him off and like, listen, you need 600 Easter eggs. That's it. All right. Figure it out.
At least 350,
and
if not 4.
And he goes, well, I love the entire franchise. And so he goes off and he makes a badass reboot. Is this on the level of an all-timer? No.
No.
But
agreed.
I mean, that's very hard to make an all-timer,
Well, this is why Alien is Alien and Aliens is Aliens. Okay,
yeah.
Period.
And then it's like like Alien 3 is good. Like it just sucks when you like,
it is good.
It's hard to compare Alien movies to Alien and Aliens because it's like,
that's right. Everything else is number 2 or lower by definition. It has to be.
I make the 2 greatest meals you've ever eaten in your life. Then I make a third one that's really good. And you're like, well, it wasn't as good as the first 2. It's like, I don't think anything ever will be. He goes and he makes a reboot. Like I feel like Fede understood the assignment. He still made it his own because, like I said, people get the shit killed out of him in this movie. It's a hit. So they gave him what he needed. They brought in really good people, interesting actors. Like they brought in I guess the actor's good. I don't like you, but
I appreciate it.
They just made it really visually interesting and unique. And for what it's worth, for what this product is and what they want it to be, very successful.
Absolutely. And in terms of a movie where, your cousin is your baby daddy and you live on a planet where your life expectancy is 10, 15 years after you arrive there because of working in the mines, and you dream about the sun. That's how terrible your life is. Your life is listen, there are times when I've been depressed in my life and sad because things are horrible or work sucks or I had a breakup. Do you know what I never had a dream of? The sunrise. You know why? Because that happens every day. Okay. And I made it a point on New Year's Eve to watch the sunrise because that's just a beautiful symbolic gesture. To show you how depressing their lives are, this girl dreams about the sun. She's not even dreaming of playing in the sun. She is dreaming of being able to watch the sun exist.
Her parents died from horrible lung cancer, I assume.
Because every year there's a novel disease, you see.
Yeah.
There's a novel infection.
Yeah.
There's a novel infection every cycle. All right. Oh, by the way, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you hear is not even, the yawning or the stretching. It's, if you have any symptoms, go to the doctor. Thanks for being a Wayland Utah employee. Oh, by the way, you have another 15,000 hours to work. Get in the mind, jerk. Shut up. These people, so unlike so many other plans in movies where we're going to steal this money and then, in a couple of months, we'll get out of here after we lay low. These guys are like, we're going to get this cryo fuel and leave immediately. Like, we're not staying here anymore.
And they're not idiots either. Okay,
No.
the guy who plays Bjorn, his name is Spike, by the way, like a Spike
Yeah.
friend.
He's an awesome actor
Yeah.
because he makes you hate him.
Oh,
You
what
know
a
what I'm saying? Those are
every
the best
time
actors.
every time he went after Andy, I just wanted to just punch him
Punch
right
him
in
in
the
the
gut.
throat.
Yo,
You're going after an autistic robot. You're a bad
yeah.
person. Absolutely.
Eileen Wu doesn't have a lot of time, but I like Navarro. I think Isabella Merced, she's really good in this film too, because she just gets the crap beat out of her. I liked Archie Renault as Tyler, David Johnson,
For sure.
Andy. I actually
For
know
sure.
these characters' names. I know Bourne. I know, what's funny? I'm like, yeah, there's Rain, there's Andy, there's Bourne, there's Navarro. Like, a movie's good when you actually know the characters' names.
For sure. For sure.
But their plan, it's like, listen, our planet sucks. Spike's parents were killed.
Yeah.
Kate's pregnant. She's got to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Go. Like, we got to go. And their plan, okay, the one thing I will say, this is a good reminder for everyone on the planet. Whenever someone comes to you with a plan and they're like, it's easy, it's perfect, we got this. Don't trust them. Like, just be like,
You can't.
yeah. It's like, just don't trust people, y'all. If someone says it's going to be the easiest thievery gig ever, just,
Well, not only that, this is Wayland Yutani we're talking about. They don't do anything out of a sense of altruism. This is the first $1 trillion company, according
yeah.
to this universe. Okay. And when they say that they're a $1 trillion company, it's not because they made $1 trillion. You understand what I'm saying? Because, ladies and gentlemen, you have no concept of what money is. You don't realize how much $1 billion actually is. And so this company, which is a $1 trillion company, it's not because they made $1 trillion. They have all the money. You understand what I'm saying to you? All of it. So here they are with this space station, just happens to be commissioned over a mine where, like the woman said in the beginning, we're running out of miners. We don't have a lot of miners, so you need to stay another 24,000 hours.
Ugh.
You think Wayland Yutani accidentally put a space station full of face huggers over a dying mine where people don't see the sun? You think that's an accident, ladies and gentlemen? Now, granted, it's supposed to crash into those rocks, sure. But you guys already know, man, all priorities rescinded, crew expendable.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they wake up, Rook, that's like the first thing he says, secure the juice, secure the compound, all of the priorities rescinded. So immediately, he doesn't care about mankind. Once they wake that dude up, if he had the opportunity, that space colony is going to be basically LV 426.
Yeah, exactly.
Prequel. The prequel. These people don't care about humans at all, man, at all. So I just find it amazing that Álvarez manages to get all of these little details in there. Like Hoffmeyer said, they've got 40 robot Xenos. They got 40 robot facehuggers out there. And we got to see like all of them. And if you look at the making of Aliens in '86, that's a robot that they have there, a puppeteer, a puppet face hugger. And it looks creepy as hell as it's coming towards them. And they're throwing boxes in its way. And it's just like, whatever. I'm coming to you. I'm going to jump on your face. I'm going to make love to your mouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need you all to understand it. The Rook, they took a lot of heat for putting Ian Holmes' face there. Hey, they got family permission. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, with Carrie Fisher in Rise of Skywalker, they got family permission, right? Paul Walker, what's his name? Vin Diesel would have punched Paul Walker's family in the face if they didn't let him use Paul Walker's face in Furious 7. Sometimes it sucks. Like when Christopher Reeve was in The Flash. That wasn't cool. I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. But this, ladies and gentlemen, they're robots. They literally come off an assembly line.
It's only 20 years since Ash was around anyway, so it's not like they have a new model.
Exactly. You think they only made one? You know what I mean? You do understand that even in Covenant, they were like, yeah, we still got Davids, but we don't call him David anymore. We call him Walter. Also, they're boring now because you were a sociopath in training. So we had to cancel you. You see what I mean? So even there, you've got little Easter egg precedent. They do make more than one of these, ladies and gentlemen. So I thought it was great
Yeah.
because that's his vibe. His vibe is science over everything, including human life, which is what I'm trying to improve, ironically. So it was great that they had him. But, you know, this isn't Laurence Olivier and Sky Captain of the World in Tomorrow, where they just throw his face in the CGI green screen everything world and we just use him over and over again. He added to the plot, he added to the story. It wasn't off-putting like Harold Ramis in Ghostbusters Afterlife. You know what I mean? It wasn't rubbery like Peter Cushing in Rogue One, which is
Oh
still
no,
like the best
that movie
of the
rocks.
latest.
But yeah, that always
Yes.
sort of tosses me out of there.
It's still the best of the latest Star Wars movies, but it was just creepy to see him because it didn't look right at all. It looked like a PS4 cutscene.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Uncanny Valley.
PS3. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. So, Ian Holm, shut up. Thank you,
And
Hoffmeyer.
he's great too because uh, he like they use him to give Andy new directives. And also, I just want to say Andy gives the best burn of the movie when like I love it so
Yes.
much when they're like, "How could you leave him behind? Like, how could you do that?" And he goes, "What? Leave him behind?" Like,
And then the pause. Like,
and
deal
Rain
with that.
and Rain just goes, "Yeah."
She's like, well played, my friend. Well played.
Have you ever been burned so bad that you're just, you know,
Your gonads just climb up into your stomach. Yeah, because they got me. They got me good.
oh, he does that so good.
Because the whole time, when Navarro does the Chinese prayer, apparently translation is please protect the five of us. Oh, there are six of them. Except Andy's got no soul. So that's five. So they're all like racists.
Yeah. They're bad too.
And
And he's the backbone. They're saying that Andy, that type of android, was the backbone of the thing. And
that's
everyone,
right.
like the kids beat him up in the beginning. And you're like, this is the
Oh,
nicest robot ever.
literally, literally the nicest robot ever. And look at even when he says, oh, these are just regular upgrades so I can be normal. That this new chip gave me a little bit overdue, I must say. And you
Mm-hmm.
can see that with all of the technical ability of the people that she knows, she could have at least made him normal ish.
Yeah.
She's walking around with the only special needs robot in the entire franchise. And that's messed up because it makes her comfortable. And yes, your dad gave him to you, but you could have made him just be, I don't know. I feel bad.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm a burden to you. And he's like, I don't want
Yeah.
you to see me as a child. But I do love him when he becomes David because
Oh,
he times the slides perfectly. Like, you almost closed the door on him. No, I didn't. It was perfect. Like, open the door. He's like, no, that thing could
no.
murder us.
He's literally right about everything, too. That's the thing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're right. 60-40, she's going to have a chest burster. You should kill her. They didn't, to the credit, because Ash wasn't telling them anything that they needed in Alien to kill that thing. He was like,
Right.
here's a motion detector. It kind of works. Flamethrower. Yeah, good luck. Whatever. I'm going to go over there and collate data. This guy is straight up, Rook is straight up telling him, kill her.
Yeah.
That thing's going to come out and murder you all. Kill her now. Okay? Because his priority is the goo. His priority is getting the goo off the station because the goo is going to help people, even though I love the Fede cut. After they show you the rat getting smashed and then they inject it with the goo and it comes back to life, they do that pan when they're climbing into the conveyor belt and you just see the greatest abomination ever. This
Mhm.
is what is this thing?
Oh, I love
So
it. And
yeah,
he's great.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
love that there's a lobster tank of face huggers.
A
Look,
lobster tank
you know what I'm
that
talking
they're
about?
just draining
Yeah.
constantly. Yes,
Yeah. It
they're
looks
just
like,
draining of the black goo constantly.
yeah, I'll have that for dinner. But no, I love that they're just sucking like, and they're such miraculous creatures that you're finding life. And immediately then explains Prometheus. And then when you see the child,
Yes.
you think about the engineers. And
Mm-hmm.
and then you think about the newborn and alien resurrection. And
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff just made me really happy. And it also just I love that this movie has about 7 acts It's funny.
Yeah.
So Megan watched this film, and she's watched the Alien movies before, but I don't think she just remembers them too much. But there's like the classic fourth or fifth act in the Alien films that you just got to be ready for because
For sure.
after Andy kills the alien, he's like, "Get away from her, you bitch." He says that line. You're like, "Oh, okay, cool." They're
Yes.
10 seconds. They're gonna blow up, but then no, guys, this is an Alien film. There's gonna be a
Right.
giant NBA player in a baby suit slashing throats with his fingers, and it's going to be horrifying. And I love that this movie always goes to another act, and it, I don't know, that just made me really happy. And Megan's like, Megan goes, I didn't know that there was going to be another 20 minutes to this movie. I'm like, it's an Alien film. There's always
Exactly.
that tacked on
Exactly.
ending, but like I love that he even stuck with that. And it's I don't know, I think they cast it well. They're going to get a sequel now with Rain and Andy rolling around the galaxy, which makes me really
Alien
happy.
Isolation. Alien Isolation is
Yeah,
also getting a sequel.
and our
Thanks, guys.
and our buddy, or my buddy Noah Hawley, who does Fargo and Legion, who's incredible. He's doing an Alien TV show. So
Awesome.
we have some like they. You know what I think is interesting. You watch maybe some Marvel movies, some DC movies, some Star Wars movies, and you're like, do these people it's not smart. Some of the like directorial decisions they made, I don't think have been smart. I
Hmm.
think by hiring Noah Hawley to be your showrunner on an Alien show,
Oh, 100%.
like, listen, Noah, you wanted to do Doctor Doom, that fell through. We know you love aliens. We'll give you this, and we'll give you 2 more seasons of Fargo because you win us Emmys. And it's like they're like, you can have it. Go off and do it because he has a track record. Fede Alvarez has a track record. Like these are guys who you can send out and they will get you something that does not suck. And at the
That's right.
very like and it'll be interesting. So I don't know. I love how they did this. And like even with all the things, like busy little creatures and but you know what, man? Like sometimes at movies you just need a comfort food horror film that's horribly bloody. It's like when
Well, that's what
he's
this is.
exact and like when he's saying like what busy little creatures and then the baby comes out and then there's so much the horrible pregnancies in these movies. Norbert, I mean,
It's why I don't have children. Alien.
like Alien 3,
You're a braver man than I.
terrible pregnancy. uh, uh Alien Prometheus, woofda. Like it's
Ay, ay, ay.
just
The
this
drinking bird. The
yeah,
drinking
and
bird
that's
from the
back.
from 79.
Yep.
And that they put it in isolation. Just the little touches, you know? The fact that you get the precursor to the M41A pulse rifle and the smart gun in that one little white gun.
Yeah.
And the fact that they even take the time to remake the shot of Hicks teaching Ripley how to shoot where they're flirting openly.
Mm-hmm.
But this time these two are not flirting openly. It's like, please, I don't want to die. Let's hurry up. you know, the idea that when he does that scene where they have to walk in total silence, now we get the don't speak homage. We
Yep.
also get an homage to a little scene in Alien Colonial Marines, the game that was kind of but you have to be totally silent when you cross this room, or else the xenomorphs will jump on you and explode in acid blood, killing you instantly. Just so many little nods to little off things. It was great.
Yeah, stay calm and stay quiet. Like I love that part. And also we get to see that face huggers, the actually chest bursters shed their skin and form a cocoon and then become a xenomorph. Like I think that's one of the first
It,
times we've seen
it,
that.
it, it's
And
it's never happened before. That's right.
yeah.
Because Alien 3, the thing goes into the vent, and it's not down there in some kind of weird peach vagina that they created for this one. It's just curled up and just growing. And then the guy, Prisoner Garlic, looks down, and then it spits goo in his face, like, shut up, I'm not ready yet. And then he backs into the fan. So up until this one, they're just, they shed their skin one time and then they just kind of go hang out somewhere and eventually just get big. But, that Fetty, he's got to make it more creepy because even when you get this newborn grows up to be taller than Kristaps Porzingis. And where his thingy is supposed to be in Alien Resurrection, the newborn grows up, and where his genitals are supposed to be, you get this weird bright red colored area. They showed it in the toys and it was creepy and nasty. This one, instead of the bright red area, we get this thing that kind of looks like the letter Y,
Like a
but it's
starfish looking
red.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's red and bloody. And then it's not something that you wanted to really see, but thanks to my 4K television, I did. And now I can't get it out of my head, and neither will you. Because where it's supposed to have genitals, it has letter Y. And it's gross. And thank you, Fede, for ruining my day.
And then he starts breathing, like smelling his mom.
Yeah. And then it just licks her, and
And
where the breast milk's supposed to come out, it's alien saliva. Just this is a horrible.
and also the
I'm so
smoking fog
uncomfortable.
scene where the lighting when it's
Yes.
coming up behind her with the blinking lights. You know what I like too is
79.
this little baby is mean. Andy gets his throat slit. Like this thing's coming at you. And
Yeah, from the jump.
I like how deformed it is. I like how odd it is. I like that it's, I mean, if you think about it, it's she's pregnant, she takes this, and it's just this odd combination of something. So I like that
Yeah.
it's just messed up looking. And you know what? I love that it's like, listen, alien resurrection, baby. Like you're part of
Yeah.
us and we love you.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
hate when movies retcon things sometimes. Like that's why I have a hard time with the Halloween franchise because it's 87
Oh, they didn't
timelines.
care.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
And also,
Yeah.
when people are like, that's not my Michael Myers, like, no one knows what Michael Myers is. Like, Michael
one
Myers has
does.
never been consistent. So get off of that. But I just like, so this movie really is, and maybe it's very watchable for me, is because it's just essentially comfort food. This is something you've seen before, but it's done well. And
it's breezy.
Yeah.
It moves. It's breezy. It
I mean,
moves.
And like, look at what Ridley Scott did with Prometheus and Covenant. He took big swings, but they made more answers. They made more questions than answers. And listen, I want another one where Fassbender's just out about trolling around. But I think
trying to end humanity.
And I think people want, like, I loved it. Give me another one of those. But I also think as a studio, you got, like, look at Prey. Look how successful Prey was. Amber Midthunder. Let's go back in time. It's basically just a Predator movie. But it like a little different. And everyone loved it. Now they're doing another one. So I just think sometimes you got to go back. If you're rebooting a franchise, unless you're like Ridley Scott who does whatever he wants, I think even though it's not a home run, even though it's not like full of new ideas, even though people are annoyed by the Easter eggs, it was a safe pick that was made well, that still features the shit being killed out of people. And I think from a business decision, it was a very shrewd choice to make this movie how it was.
And, and they were just going to put it out on Hulu. They weren't even going to release it.
I bet you everyone loved Prey, and then they watched this one and went, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah,
right. And then they make 300 million.
That's right. Let's get that money. Get that money, because they should have released Prey in the theaters too, but they didn't.
So stupid.
That would have been a great movie to see on a big screen.
Oh,
that was fun, man.
Somebody was saying that they should have done a double header, like release Romulus and Prey as a double feature. I'd have gone. And
when in the days of DVDs, you would get that box set. You absolutely would.
I do have the Steelbook 4K of Prey.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. Amber Midthunder's from Legion, another Noah Hawley show, and she's awesome in that. So, and also I like the feral predator in Prey. I think that it's just that's what they call it, the feral predator, and it picks a bear up over his head. And it's amazing. But I also like this. I like this alien too, though, because it's once again, it's dangerous. You could see the puppetry, and like, I don't know, you know what? I was talking to Jay Cluett. We did our favorite Deep Blue scenes of 2024 for the Deep Blue Sea Pod, where we talk about our favorite water moments in 2024 movies. And Deep it was really, I talked about how a guy blew his back out while carrying a hot water heater. That's how far we went. But like Jay's like, I saw something in an alien film I'd never seen before, and that's people were swimming around in zero G around acid blood. So even though it's safe and there's Easter eggs, there's still things I haven't seen before in an alien.
That was bizarre, man.
And so like, that's cool. Like that is like, it still brings fresh and unique ideas without being a total remake. And these kids' plan, their world sucks, man. Like they're not just like, we need to get rich, or they're not. They're
leaving,
and they didn't get
blackmailed. They're leaving
immediately.
Like that's right.
And they're not like, well, if you go do this, we'll give you the passes to get off the planet. Then they get double traded by It's just me,
No,
Garrett Dillahunt. Garrett
that's
Dillahunt
it.
betrays them.
it's
Listen
it's
to
it's quite literally just, if we do this, we're leaving now, not tomorrow, not like a little, now. As soon as we get this cryo fuel, we're going to put it in that pod and we're going to go to sleep. And when we wake up, we're going to be in a place where we can look at sunshine.
yeah.
Like, that's the only guarantee. The only guarantee is there will be sun when we arrive at the next planet. There will be a sun we can look at. How polluted is this planet? Understanding that this is before LV 426. So
Hmm.
this is going to be the outcome of what those terraformers on LV 426 are making. Ultimately, some kind of planet where the air is barely breathable and you die of novel diseases and or lung cancer.
Wolf.
Mike, I'm out. Let's go. Let's go now.
And
you
that,
had you had me at sunshine.
like, that's what more of these movies need to do.
Christ.
Like,
Whew.
like Sunshine. Oh, that's another messed up space movie with a fourth act.
It's it couldn't, yeah, they, to be fair, he couldn't, it was hard to nail, like, yeah, okay, what are we gonna do now? Okay, let's just make a psycho. It's fine. Let's just put a psycho in there.
It looks
Whatever.
gorgeous, that film. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
It,
Three-quarters of that movie is awesome.
yeah. And when it goes bonkers, you're just like, you're
Okay.
just okay, sure. It looks
There's
great.
nothing else you could do. I get it.
I mean, I like Rose Byrne's cool, Killian Murphy's cool. I mean,
Right.
you have Michelle Yeoh in that movie. Like, you have a stacked cast.
The cast is awesome. That's
Awesome
right.
cast. That was the first movie I watched on Blu-ray, and I watched it at my buddy's house who had a really like expensive TV at the time, and I just was blown away by watching Sunshine on a Blu-ray player on a fancy
It looked really
TV.
good.
Yeah,
That's the
gorgeous
thing.
film. And I guess what I'm getting at with this, Norbert, it's just give me more of these. Yes, I want people to take huge swings. But I also think sometimes you need a good reset, and I think this one was a good reset. And I mean, Hollywood's a business,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
as much as I want wildly creative xenomorph films, you really can't do that with $100 million as
Mhm.
a reset. I mean, because Ridley Scott already did that and they didn't make any more of those.
No,
So, as a business decision, and Hollywood is about business, I mean, movies wouldn't get made if no one watched them. I think it made the franchise pretty relevant again. Also, like the score on this movie, sick. Like, it's like whoa, 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 whoa. Like the way it builds.
that's it.
Like
The weird, creepy noises.
Benjamin Wallfish is his name, and he just
That's a
did,
great name.
yeah, he did an incredible, like the score. I was sitting there just listening to it, going, I really like this score. Like, I want to put it on Spotify and check it out. And I think Gallo Oliveras did a good job shooting this. This dude, so the guy who shot this movie, he was like, he worked in the camera department of Roma. He shot Gretel and Hansel, which is a gorgeous looking movie. Like, this guy
Mm.
knows how to shoot a film. And I don't know, I thought it was just everything about it. And I just like Fede Alvarez, man. That dude, Evil Dead. I remember the first time I watched it, I didn't really like it because it was so mean. Like, people
Oh
just
no, I loved it. I
cut,
loved it immediately.
cutting their tongues in half, and like,
Yeah,
just,
I loved it immediately.
you're like, holy shit. And then I watched it again. And I went, okay, this rocks. Like, this movie, like, this movie is foofta. And then I watched Don't Breathe, and just the glee of like the turkey baster, and just what a
Yes.
gnarly little movie that this guy makes. And so I like it. I think they made a
So
smart product.
let me ask you a question, buddy. What's your favorite scene in this thing? Because for me, my favorite scene, my favorite scene is just the beginning, because it sets the tone for the entire thing. How desperate they have to be. The desperation is immediate. The Like you said, we're not trying to rob a bank. We're not trying to get rich. We're not trying to get revenge. We literally just want to see sunlight. So for me, that beginning, when she goes to meet that woman, and the woman's just like, yeah, no, another 24,000 hours. Thank you for your service. Bye. Next. What is your favorite part of this movie?
Well, and also too, why do you need me? Well, you have Andy, and he speaks mother. It all it comes together nicely, and I think it's really refreshing. I really do. I think it's very refreshing that uh yeah, they're just good. I mean, not, I don't know, Bjorn's weird, Bjorn's just like an asshole, but I
Yeah,
like
they're friends, but not really, right?
he's a cousin. He's like that cousin. You know, when you have a cousin, you're like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
yeah,
And I knew I liked, too. There was no love triangle. There's no anything. There's like, listen, we got to go. And I think when Andy
yes,
wants to kill Navarro, they're like, no, because they don't quite know what's going on. So
right.
it's tied together really well. I guess for me, I love the face hugger swimming. I love the creature. I think it's just when the black goo came back into play and I saw the face huggers being milked like
It
lobsters.
really made
And then,
sense,
yeah,
right?
and because you know why I love that? It's like, okay, Fede, you like this franchise. And you go, oh, okay. So the engineers use this and they got it from them. It can destroy
Yeah,
life, it can create life. And they're like, okay, cool. Like, and then Rook explains it a little bit. He's like, yeah, they're perfect organisms. And
yeah.
he's like, let's see, what are the things he says? Let's see. I have the whole.
Humanity is too soft.
He's like, it's a bioweapon. Colonies are dying. You're too fragile. It's like a non-Newtonian fluid accelerated. It's a Prometheus file. It's like the divine gift to humanity. Like, but then he explains what it does, and you're like, oh,
Right.
cool. And it's just, you know, I think I really liked it because it's like, yes, we see you, Alien fans. We know this exists, and we're just gonna
Mhm.
give it to you. Like, if you're a fan of the franchise, you're a fan of the franchise, and we're gonna deliver this for you. So I really
Mhm.
like that. But I mean, if you think about the action set pieces, I've never seen a facehugger swim. That was awesome.
That was creepy.
And like
Yeah.
idiot Bjorn actually tried to kill the facehugger. We know when sometimes in horror movies when they knock the killer out and all they have to do is like draw. I watched a movie Turbulence the other day with Ray Liotta,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah, I
all
remember that.
Lauren Holly had to do was just clonk him again with the fire extinguisher and it's over. But like he tried to kill it, it doesn't work. And then you have some really interesting action scenes where like that Isabella like or poor Kay just gets obliterated. They won't let him out. Then you
Yeah.
have the elevator shaft fight, and then you have the baby fight. Like there's really unique kind of cool things, and I think that's why I like Deep Blue Sea too. Is where it's Jurassic Park. Everyone knows it's Jurassic Park, but there's a
It's
kitchen fight
insane.
with a shark and LL Cool J. Like there's a
It's
great
insane.
kill. Like
Yes.
Stellan Skarsgård's death in that movie is way too. It's so good, and it's so devious, and it's in like
And
a
it's
shark
mean.
movie. Yeah, and it's mean,
It's mean.
and like LL Cool J preacher stabs a shark in the eye with a crucifix. Like it's silly, and like I love it when you have a movie like Deep Blue Sea or I don't know, The Mummy or Alien Romulus, and they're better than what they need to be. It's
That's what this is.
yeah, exactly, and like I guess my review is better than it needed to be. And listen, I would love to see a home run another Ridley Scott film, but that's not economically feasible. And so
Well, well, but looking at this, right? He manages to explain the goo in a 5 minute speech better than Ridley Scott has done in nearly 6 hours of movie. Man. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
adds
yeah.
to the mystery of it again. Because not for nothing, 20th Century Fox has been licensing these comics out since 1990. They have had all of these things that they could have taken from Dark Horse Comics. And it's not like, Dark Horse Comics have not been turned into movies before. This is how you get Hellboy. This is how you get Dr. Giggles, for Christ's sake. That was their first movie. Instead of explaining that the elephant dude from the first movie was actually just, a very ripped Chad in a suit that created special goo, we could have gone so many other places. The mystery is gone thanks to Ridley Scott. Álvarez manages to put a little bit more of that mystery back in the goo
Mm-hmm.
with just a quick, you know what, this is what it does. And if you take it and you water it down a little bit, we can make some magic. Okay, sign me up. Sign me up for that. That's what I mean. Exactly. Not, well, these are the people who made us. And while they were making us, they were thinking, if I do my tries today, then I can get my lats in, and then I'll drink this juice and stand on a waterfall and ponder Jesus Christ. And oh, look, human beings I hate. Why, Ridley? Why? So much nonsense. Nope.
Yeah, he
Nope.
he does do it in 3 minutes, what Ridley didn't do. And,
In
and
6 hours, man.
and you know what's crazy? Prometheus comes out, it makes 402 million. Big, huge cast too, if you think about it. But Romulus comes out, Prometheus costs 125 million, Romulus costs 80 million. It pulls in 351 million worldwide. You know,
Bomb.
Alien Covenant cost 97 million and it only made 239 million. That's not a lot. And
It's
so,
still profitable though, technically.
I mean, I guess after like, but all the marketing that went into it, it probably broke even, I would say.
I feel you. I feel you.
And like, but then
It's
you
not a
go,
loser for sure.
yeah, exactly. And I like Covenant. No matter how many people look into eggs and how stupid the
I
decisions are, I I like Fassbender. I like the two Fassbenders a lot, and I like that he flew to the engineer's home planet and was like, "Hey,
and nuked it.
you're done," and just kills the entire planet. Like the okay, there's some neat ideas in there, man. Like that's like David is, and some of those new kind of protomorphs are really interesting looking.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I like them too.
and like, listen, that's why I like Ridley Scott swinging for the fences. But if you're someone at Fox who needs to make a profit, you make Romulus for 80 million, and it goes on to make 350 mil.
There you go.
That's, I don't know. I think this, it's, I guess it's not good for creative decisions in film, but also it's also
No.
smart decisions in film. Like Ridley
Well,
Scott,
that is yes. Go
like
ahead.
Ridley Scott doomed his films a little bit. You have the guy who walks up to a pet snake. You have, uh, you know, the grandeur of Prometheus is great and the ideas are fun, but it's not a streamlined movie.
It's not well executed.
And
No,
so even though
no.
he swings, I don't think it's that smart. I think this might be a smarter film in regards to profitability and uh, some fit, like tidying up a story, because you could leave this
Well,
at
this is
one.
it. You could. That's correct. But you absolutely touch on the real downside of this movie is that it's basically creatively bankrupt.
Yeah.
This is what it is. One of the things I do when I teach my classes, I teach English to kids. One of the things I do when I teach my classes is I tell them constantly, you guys are being entertained by my childhood, not your own. They haven't made up anything new for you all to deal with since Harry Potter. Okay. And it's just Transformers. That was our childhood. You know what I mean? For a while, G.I. Joe. That was our childhood.
X-Men.
And X-Men. Okay. That was our parents' childhood, but the technology sucked. Oh, and by the way, we are the generation that
Oh,
made X-Men #1 by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont, the biggest selling comic of all time. So yeah, that's our childhood again. So the creative bankrupt thing of Hollywood is not a new thing,
no,
because what were they
it's
selling
always
us?
been.
This is it. What were they selling us when we were these kids' age? Beverly Hillbillies, the movie. What do you call it? Dukes of Hazzard, the movie.
Yeah.
How many times did they reboot Knight Rider, bro?
Knocked Up
Seriously.
Virgin, or like
You know what I'm
48, yeah.
saying? Right? A-Team, the movie. You know what I mean? That's selling
Every
to us.
horror remakes, horror
That's
beyond,
right.
just
The
it,
Twilight Zone, the reboot. You know?
I was thinking about action
So
films the other day though, like Jack Bauer. Okay, John McClane, dude got divorced, estranged wife. Then you have Jason
right.
Bourne in the movies, meets a lady, she gets killed. John Wick, he's a widow, he goes on a killing spree. You have
Right.
like I feel like every major action hero is a single dude who's either has a dead wife or hooking up with a lady, then is with somebody next. Like the same action heroes are transported in every other film. I
Pretty
just
much.
I just think the ones that do it well are the ones like Die Hard or the ones like Predator.
Yeah.
People had hunted monsters before, guys had wielded machine guns before, but when you just do a little something different and you
This is
add
it.
a little bit of a villain in here, like it's the same formula. But when I think directors like McTiernan or who we've talked about a lot, and like actually our most
That's right.
popular episode is 2024 was The Hunt for Red October. They can take a book that was been written, but do it so well that people are into it. And even though it's familiar ground or based on a book, just because they did it smart, everyone's like, okay, cool, I dig this.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Um,
And this is the commentary you get from movies, films, and flicks, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't get from your average YouTube jerk trying to press the anger button for engagement. Hollywood's creatively bankrupt. Me. No, Hollywood's creatively bankrupt, but it can be done in a way that is smart and cool.
Yes.
For
Yes.
example, the Addams Family.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not an original idea, ladies and gentlemen, but they sold that to us. And by the way, that's one of the best movies ever.
The
The
movie
first one.
rules.
And the second one is also equally as good. And they managed to throw in what you would call these days, quote unquote, woke, where they show you the truth about Thanksgiving. That was amazing at the end.
That camp
So,
scene was so like
yeah,
as a kid watching Wednesday go to camp, you're just
yes,
like, this is the greatest thing. That's
yes, yes. And in the words of Nas, ladies and gentlemen, no idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? You can always put a little twist on something to make it cool. Alien is not the first movie about people getting killed by a space monster.
no, it is not.
Breaking news. Breaking news. It's not the first movie about people trapped in an untenable situation. Why is Alien good? You get the corporate intrigue. Businesses don't give a shit about you. The characterization. Those people are excellent actors. That's number three. And number four, every other space movie up until that time, the future's going to be a really beautiful place. Ridley Scott was like, nah, guess what? The future's going to be exactly like how you are now, working a job you hate to barely get money. And the company's going to be even more in your face about how they don't give a shit about you. You get to read it on a piece of paper, crew expendable. All of the priorities rescinded. Oh, by the way, the robot hates you too. That's cool. So don't come in the face of the MFF team talking about creative bankruptcy, my friends, because you're not going to win. I'm
And,
Norbert Morvan.
and
Rant over.
sorry for MFF listeners, but I guess let's talk about like basketball. Every
Oh,
basketball game has the four, like, okay, NBA 4 quarters, drawn up like timeouts, 3 throw line, but every game's different.
every game's different.
Like some defense can nullify others can work around them, and so like the points, if you still have to throw the ball through the hole, like the hoop,
That's it.
it's but how you so all the rules are the same, but one night one player could just be on fire and just go for 47, 17, and 18 was like the Joker does every
63
night.
from Mello,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And so everything's the same. It's still they all have shoes. They all have their jerseys. There's a crowd watching them, except for COVID. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
but sometimes the games are just better. Sometimes the teams are better. Sometimes the coach is like, listen, I'm Pop in my years, and I got Tim Duncan, and I got Manu who just goes left, and I got like I got some great yeah I got like a great Frenchman who can just shoot the ball, and
that's it, folks.
and you're like, I'm gonna work around them. I'm gonna like or Phil Jackson. I got the triangle. Like it's okay, cool. So it's like it's the same thing, but some people know how to revolutionize it. Some people know how
This is it.
to draw plays for the team they have,
This is it.
and you know that's what movies are to me. And I know that's not romantic, but I don't know. I worked in the industry for too long. I've taught it too long, and so I appreciate when someone can work it within it. And
That's right.
I mean, look at Villeneuve. Like he's making Dune. Dune's been done. Like Dune was done. It's a book. Like it's so
Quite literally. Quite literally. There have been two TV shows of Dune on top of the movies of Dune. Oh, by the way, go watch that sandworm in the last Dune movie. It's absurd. It's mind blowing. Just the sandworm. Not even talk about the story.
and like you know what? Scorsese won his first Oscar for a remake. And he
That's
had
right.
made Cape Fear before that, which was a
That's
remake.
right.
So
That's right.
just come on, guys.
Shut up and enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
For Christ. What is it the meme says? Let people enjoy things.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
Okay? Because this is a good movie and you are killing yourself by sitting there. Oh, they did that in the last one. They did that in the last one. Oh, she's trying to be ripped. Shut up.
sometimes
Go
people
ahead,
ask
Almar. I'm
me,
sorry.
no, please. And like, sometimes people ask me, they're like, Mark, are there any movies you dislike? And I hate it when people say that because I think sometimes people just look at a movie and goes, it sucks. I'm like, well,
Exactly.
I watched this movie and I know exactly what it is. And so for what it is, I get it. Like there are movies I really dislike and I don't really want to talk about those movies. And I don't think they're that good, but I think sometimes you got to put the movie you're watching in context. You got to know why it was made. for me, it's really hard just to have a gut. Maybe I just don't care about my opinion that much, but I just have a hard time watching a movie and be like, that sucked. For me, I'm like, why did that suck? And then I'll go research it.
Yeah,
Like, okay, that's why
exactly.
it sucked. So
Exactly.
listen, man, like
Exactly.
this movie has a billion Easter eggs, and it's corporate. This is like Whalen Utani if they like had a smart move in their
Great
budget.
irony. That's right.
And like, but Fede Alvarez makes it work. So as much as I could say it sucks or
That's
there's
it.
Easter eggs, like
That's
I
it.
would watch this movie over. I don't like Jurassic World. I would watch this over Jurassic World. I can't stand the Halloween 2018 film because it's a remake, and everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
that one shot. I'm like, yeah, that's from Halloween 2. Like, and
Exactly.
and I think Creed's really like when I heard the idea for Creed, I was like, yo, that's a good idea. Like Five Cream, it's fine, has a decent idea, but like these this is where we're at right now, and I think we just got to
This is it.
celebrate a win when we get a win, but it's still our corporate overlords making movies, so
This is it.
I'm not getting romantic about it. It's just like
That's
it's a
right.
good game.
It's it.
The Knicks scored and won.
It is. It is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't have face huggers anymore. We have parasitoids. All right. We don't have aliens. We have xenomorphs. Okay. But this is where we are. And I honestly, I was born a year before the first movie came out, and I have been a supporter of this franchise most of my life. In the same way that Nintendo brainwashed me into playing video games. You can ask Hoffmeyer right now. My background on Zoom is Mega Man 2. This franchise has brainwashed and frightened the hell out of me for longer than most of you all have been alive. All right. But it's because there are so many spins that you can put on this.
And
There's
they've
so
let
many
them.
ways, and when they have let them, sometimes you get the Ridley Scott where okay, what if we make everyone giant bodybuilders who don't get suntans? That's a little weird, but okay, you know. But I suggest, ladies and gentlemen, if you like some good aliens content, you can go to Marvel because Disney, our corporate overlords, owns everything, and so Marvel Comics bought all of the Dark Horse comic stories, and you'll see a lot of similarities to Dark Horse comic stories in these movies. To be honest with you, there are little tiny bits that they've taken and put in there. It's called Aliens: The Original Years. They have 4 giant encyclopedia-sized books with stories that span 2-3 decades that people have written. Great stuff. Eventually, it always boils down to mad scientist goes too far, aliens escape, kill everybody. The end. The same way with the zombies. This place where we've all made a beautiful place that doesn't have zombies anymore. Oh, it's going to fall apart. Everybody's going to die. Zombies rush in, kill everyone. The end. Yeah, that's the way this goes. You know what I mean? Get
Oh.
into the idea that, hey, you take an old idea, you put something new on it. Clock radios used to just be clock radios. They used to just be clocks. And then someone put a radio in it. You know? You know what I mean?
It's still
You
a clock.
understand that it's still a clock. You understand that a toaster used to just be this metal set of tongs that you hold over fire until someone put it in a machine with a timer. Okay? This is humanity. That's right. Congratulations. You become as cynical as Norbert. You see through everything. And so everything sucks. Okay? Don't live like Norbert. Live like Hoffmeyer. Fill yourself with joy.
Like, I want to talk about Navarro's death too, but also look back to the 1930s.
Oh yeah, brutal.
Like the 1930s, Dracula. How many sequels? Frankenstein. How many sequels?
Oh,
Invisible
forget about
Man.
it.
How many sequels? And then 50s, Godzilla. How many sequels? King Kong. How many sequels? So it's like, guys, this has always been this way, and maybe you need to
It's
get there
always been this
eventually
way.
because I'm old and I've been watching movies for a long time and I know now. But also Navarro, she uses the chest ray thing. You see,
Oh man, that was sweet. Yeah.
yeah, and then it bursts out of her, but it's gooey though. And like I think in the past when the aliens burst out of chest, like hey, and it's gory, but the skin kind of shoots up in the air. This one, her ribs and just
Yeah.
she's just laying there getting obliterated by this really interesting X-rayed face
And
hugger,
she's got seizure mouth goo coming out.
and just I mean it's one of the ugliest deaths I've
It's
seen.
brutal.
Yeah,
It was
but
brutal.
I like that one. That was good. That was good.
Okay, so let's okay. The very first movie, you got Kane. his chest burster scene,
Mm-hmm.
right? The second movie, you get please kill me,
Oh
lady, which
yeah.
is nightmare, right? Alien 3, depending on the version you watch, you either get a cow or a dog. Depending on the version you watch. Uh, Alien 4, you get the guy at the end. He gets it after he gets shot in the
Oh
face.
yeah, and he grabs a guy and it explodes through him. That's great.
Okay. Uh, Prometheus, we don't really get a chest burster until the end.
And we get like a cesarean, and then the guy gets chest bursted, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. The
the
the Giga
engineer.
Chad. Yes, I like to
Giga
call them
Chad.
Giga Chads because they're just ripped. They're obscenely ripped, dude. And then they have no pupils. And then the last one, Covenant, we get the dumbest ever, where David's like, "Why don't you put your face over it, man? It's
Oh yeah,
fine."
oh yeah, oh yeah. And yeah, Billy
And
Crudup
so
gets Crudup.
he gets credit. So, which is the worst of those? What do you think?
Well, let's take out Resurrection because he got shot in the face, and then he uses
Yeah,
that to kill a guy. Like he's dead anyway.
right. Yeah.
I mean, Prometheus, the
Uh,
guy is dead anyway too. Like he's just
yeah.
laying there. I do
Yeah.
like when his
Yeah.
feet are up on the door. He's like, no,
Yes.
no.
Yeah. He's like, come on, really? Come on.
Uh, Billy, let's no Crudup. Let's get out of Crudup. Let's not.
But he got a lot of tongue, sticking out tongue.
Yeah,
He got a lot of tongue and the cringing hands. He did that well.
yeah. Okay,
So okay.
that's better than 3. 2 is just horrible. But I mean, the first one's best. Then I'll give it to
Yeah.
Navarro. Then I'll give it to Crudup getting Crudup.
Okay. Okay. Please kill me, woman.
Yeah,
She
oh yeah,
strikes me as the most horrifying because she's seen everyone go through this already. And she's
yeah.
just been chilling on this wall. She was likely the last one captured before Newt. I always got her in my mind like Newt's the last one, but they just caught this chick
Oh,
recently
she had a good
because
run
she's
then.
still, yeah, exactly, exactly. Or and and there's always the darkness inside me that says that Newt probably was like, she's
Trips her.
because they use in Alien Isolation these flares, and they use flares in Romulus to distract the facehuggers. I'm sorry, the parasitoids.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Newt threw a flare where she saw the that lady hiding, and then went the other way like, they mostly come out at night for her, and just led them to her
It'd be
because
great
that
if,
lady was the last one to
that'd be
go.
awesome if Newt was an android and just gets everyone killed.
Oh, spoiler alert! Jesus, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. That's so horrible, man.
And Riser knows it. Oh, what a movie.
Oh, what a movie. The hallway temperature is now equal to your bodies.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
like that because you get some time that allows for the time to pass for the alien to grow into the peach vagina.
Oh yeah. That's good
You see?
writing.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
and of course,
It's a
problems on
well-made
problems.
movie.
He gets called
That's right.
when they're walking through it, and he's like, "Okay, run, guys."
Yo, he learned, what's his name? Bjorn learned nothing from the monster. I'm sorry, from Rook literally telling him it's got acid for blood. Okay. And he tries to kill it with a cattle prod. Bro, acid for blood. The cattle prod, as you know, is only going to irritate the robot. It doesn't actually even kill that. So what the hell do you think it's going to do to something with acid for blood? So he dies brutally with drips of
Like his
acid
fingers
after
melt
getting
off.
cut in the his fingers melt off, and then eventually the drip of acid he catches on the chest splits his chest apart. And he also gets his nose cut off. And I don't like that guy,
Yeah,
just like you
he
said.
gets Bjorned.
He gets Bjorn, son. Let's go.
Yeah, he gets
So
Bjorned.
now we're ranking the deaths, right? You got
Navarro.
Navarro, chest burster. You got Bjorn who gets Bjorned. You get Kay who just I think Kay's the worst. I think Kay's got to be the worst
That girl. Oh man.
because because she gets stabbed by the tail, which is in addition to being menaced, because she gets menaced, which
Yeah, she
is
gets
to me
eaten.
more horror. To me, being menaced is more horrifying than being killed by the alien. She gets
Yeah.
menaced by the alien. She gets shanked by it. She gets glued to the wall. So she gets to see all the rest of them. And then she gets Prometheus on top of being gnawed on by her literal child, her abomination of a child.
Wolf.
Oh man, I think that's the worst one. If you got something better, you let me know.
Like Tyler just gets he goes down kind of he's just like, hey guys, come get me. And then they get him. So I think
Sideways.
he gets off the easiest, I think, because he gets picked up in the air and he's getting squished, but at least he
Yeah,
at least later on, Rain's like, yeah, Tyler's cool. He tried to save me. Like he actually
yeah,
did
yeah.
save him. He jumped in front of that thing.
Yes, he did. He did.
So he
And he
gets
gets to and he gets the Charles S. Dutton line is that all you got? Come
oh
on.
yeah, yeah. And then you think he's gonna shoot him, but he doesn't. So all right. He's the best if you're one of them. I get oh no, he's the least goriest. And then I think
Yeah.
like Bjorn, he gets that CGI finger melting. He doesn't. You're just more satisfied, like slashing the
Yeah.
eye, then he melts. And then I think it's got to be
Because we hate
Navarro
him.
because that's like
Navarro. Oof.
gushy
And then the
special
thing,
effects.
and then in the first Alien, boom, blood explodes, and then this thing comes out and it's confident and proud and it's standing there. This thing kind of comes out of Navarro, kind of like, I don't feel too good, but I'm gonna crawl out anyway. It's nasty, man. It's ew, it's icky.
It's a Fede
Okay,
Alvarez
it's
one for
Fetty.
sure. And then yeah,
It's Fetty.
Kay, because this poor girl.
Yeah, Kate, you want to talk about suffering, bro, bro? They get kind of oof.
But you know what? I thought it was not funny, but I'm just so used to his movies. I'm like, this people are gonna pay. And he even said it himself. He's like, I made
People
these
are gonna pay.
he's like, I made these characters young because it's just more brutal when you kill them. Because if you think about the first one, when a couple of them are knocked off, you're like, yeah, they're a little older. Or like the guys in Alien 3, they're all criminals, or there's Marines.
Right, right,
And you're or like the idiots in Prometheus or the idiots in Covenant. These are kids who
right.
have really done nothing wrong. Like Bjorn's the
No,
only idiot. Like Bjorn,
yeah,
he's just
and he's just a jerk. He's not a
yeah.
murderer. He's a jerk because these robots sacrificed his parents' lives, man. Because the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Law.
So I mean,
That's
sure,
unfortunate.
he probably hates. At least they give him a reason to be terrible, and he's
That's right.
just like Machine Gun Kelly, and it's just angry. But yeah, I
It's
think
fair.
yeah, and it's like when Kay's like the innocent in all this, and she gets
Yeah,
obliterated, like that'd
for
be,
no reason.
and so like he's like, I just made them kids because you like them, and so it hurts harder. That's what he said.
And he did also mention that when he saw aliens, those kids there, he wanted to think he wanted, well, what if we showed these people in their 20s what their life would be like? And
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing that inspired him too. Oh my God.
He
They all
murders them.
die
He fetties
horrible.
them. Yeah, Alvarez is them.
Yeah, they die horribly, son. And there's no guarantee that Kaylee Spaney is gonna be okay either. Because we know how this works out. You know what I mean?
And she gets put
We
through it too. Like
bro,
Andy gets put through it, and he's a robot.
bro, bro. Remember, at the end of Prometheus, David was just ahead, and the doctor was fine. And by the time you get to Covenant, she has been turned into
Parts.
body parts for alien hoo-ha. Yeah. It's like, whoa, that's a big leap, Ridley. Jesus Christ. She was cool in the last movie. Well, how do you go from that to that?
Yeah, he had some out for
Ridley
her.
Scott. Yeah, like that was real personal, B. And then had the nerve to make all the YouTube videos showing her like, oh, I'm having fun on the planet with David. That was messed up, man. Because you go into Covenant like, wait a minute, she's not only dead, she's body parts. That's messed up, bro.
Yeah, he Ridleyed her.
Yeah, he did. And in Gladiator 2, my favorite thing about Ridley Scott is that he's clearly acknowledged that there is no God. And so I'm going to take all the movies that I've made in the past, I'm going to turn them up to 11 and make new versions of
Yes.
everything. My filter is gone. Okay? My brother Tony Scott died a long time ago. I want to join him, but I want to make crazy movies like he used to, like The Last Boy Scout and shit. I
Really
want to go
don't care.
nuts with movies.
Yeah.
Really don't care anymore. DGAF. The box of F's is all empty, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see the next one because he's going to make a sequel now to Covenant.
Because you know how much, well, and also that's Gladiator movie made like 450 mil. So
yeah, just leave him alone and he's going to make something.
You know what's crazy to me? If I was Fox, I would just, Ridley, here's 100 mil. Go make this.
Make some.
Yeah, go make it. You're not getting any
Yep.
more. You make movies in a month. I know you can do that. You've had a crew for 2 decades, 3 decades working with you.
Exactly.
Just go. Call up Fassbender. The only thing is we want don't turn Fassbender. Don't Nomi repass him. Okay. We want us some fast. Maybe 3 of them. Give us 3 Fassbenders.
Give us a 3rd one. But this time, just make it a full-on Fassbender orgy. Don't tease us like you did in the 2nd movie with the fingering.
Yes. Just 3 of them. Wild things. The Fassbender. And
wild things. Yes.
Just he's like, okay, fine, I'll be back. And like a month later, he's like, I got it here.
It's a 3-hour epic cut.
He's like, I also talked in Pedro Pascal.
Why not?
He's in it. I don't even know who else is in it. Idris is in here somehow. I don't even know how that happened.
Sigourney Weaver did a voiceover as her daughter. We got all the ideas.
Yeah, I got Denzel back. It's here, and everyone's like, "You shot this in a month?" Well, like 3 weeks, but
3 weeks.
Yeah,
3 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 days, 7 hours, 4 minutes. Yeah. This is who we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is Movie Films and Flicks. You're getting the premium cuts.
Yeah,
we're not behind a paywall.
This is a great episode. I love this episode.
Remember, kids, they have been remaking movies since the dawn of movies. Remakes, sequels, reboots, threequels. Shut up and deal with it, or else the next time we're going to review Night of the Lepus.
And thanks for getting me out of my whole, well, this movie's good. You're like, Mark, let's change subjects. I'm like, okay, good. So thanks for getting me out of that.
No problem, man. It's not your fault.
Listen, Fede Álvarez, I like him. This is smart. This is just
yeah, it's good.
Sometimes I watch movies and there's just a smart decision made. I'm like, that's a good. So there's a movie I love. It's called Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person. And
that's not real. Shut up.
It's a French,
I'm turning this off. That's not real.
It's a French Canadian vampire film about this like vampire. She's part of a vampire family and they just murder the shit out of people. And
Jacques, you lie. Jacques.
And like, so she hasn't popped her fangs yet. And because she's just really not into killing people, they just give her blood bags and stuff. But then she meets this kid who wants to commit suicide. And he learns that she's a vampire. He's like, okay, hey, if you want to suck my blood, like I want to die anyway. So like, at least I can do it right. You can have my blood and you can pop your fangs. You can become a vampire and I can be your first victim. You can just knock it out. But for they're supposed to be really awkward together. So for their when they auditioned for the role, they auditioned together, and their audition was so terrible and awkward that the director's like, I'm hiring you. Like they both thought that they tanked it, but they were so awkward together. The director hired both of them. She's like, yeah, you should be awkward. Like it was such a smart move, and the end result's a really fun film. So I like hearing that. Like I like smart thinking when it comes to movies. I like smart casting. I just it's because I think sometimes it's rare, and I just like that. And so for this movie, there's a lot of smart things.
Frankly, you and I, having suffered through the nearly 6 hours of Covenant and Prometheus, seeing people do dumb things. These guys don't do anything stupid. You're right. that right there makes it a perfectly cromulent film just by itself. They don't do anything stupid, okay? Their reactions are purely human. When the robot tells them, kill her or else you're all going to die, because they have souls, they're like, no, we're not going to kill our friend, okay? As opposed to geologist who's good with rocks, who gets lost, as opposed to xenobiologist who's scared of everything that's dead, but decides to play with a living death snake. Like, those are stupid things. These guys, all of their decisions that are bad have a human quality to them, right? That guy Bjorn, he's a moron. That's why he tries to kill the alien peach vagina with the taser.
But at least he tries.
Well, not only does he try, but it's been established as a total jerk who
Mm-hmm.
doesn't listen.
Oh.
So the motivation's there for him to just be like, yeah, I'm a bloody tough guy, right? Oh, the geezers need excitement. I can kill this frigging thing. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. That girl who obviously got impregnated by him and their cousins, she really loves him. So she does stupid things like look not at the doorway she's running through because the alien is clearly coming to murder her. And
Wait,
on and on and on.
I think I just noticed something else too. The movies I really love, like Tremors or Deep Blue Sea. I know Rook becomes a problem in this film, but there's really no
Yes.
secondary antagonists. Like David gets an upgrade, but they're not. There's no surprise turns. There's just it's like a very simple. Like in Tremors, there's no villain aside from the Tremors. And Deep Blue Sea,
It's the
everyone fights.
graboids, yeah.
Yeah, like this one is the aliens. Yes, there's Rook, but like it makes sense what they're doing. Like, yeah, go get it. Like we need this. And David
That's
doesn't
it.
try to kill the other two, and he tries to tell them what to do the whole time. Like
He does.
he
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily want them dead. So it's
Andy.
yeah, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, like Andy doesn't want them dead. So it's just
No,
refreshing. Sometimes simple. You know what's crazy? Simple's not easy. If you look
it's
at the
not.
plot of Alien, it's very simple, but it's not easy. So
That's right.
it's really interesting watching Hollywood. Like, okay, here's Predator. It's very simple, not easy. Like, how do you
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard? It's a simple plot, but it's not easy. It's really interesting
Mm-hmm.
watching them overcomplicate things and fail. Like it's when you have a simple, easy to follow plot, audience can just sit on their backs, just sit there and go, okay, I know where this is going. But then they can
Stupid
enjoy,
decisions.
but then they can
Yep.
enjoy like awesome scenes, like this movie. So this movie, like, okay, they got to go over the ship. I got it. It's cool. But when something cool happens, you're like, whoa, I can enjoy this because I don't even have to think about the story. Like, it's
That's right.
James
Motivations,
Cameron.
motivations that make sense.
Look at
That's
James
right.
Cameron. He's always done that. Terminator chase movie,
That's it.
Aliens, war movie. Like True Lies is a remake. Avatar is
That's right.
essentially a remake. Like
That's right.
Titanic, that happened. So,
That actually happened. That actually happened.
but he
The
keeps
the sinking of the sinking of the boat is shorter than the movie. The actual boat sinking took less time than the movie.
and he just knows. So everyone goes, oh, okay, it's Titanic, it's gonna sink, so I can just enjoy this. Or you watch
That's
this
it.
and you go, oh, this is Ferngully. I just Pocahontas. I've seen this before. Like, and you could just and that way you can just chill and enjoy because you're not going, what's Inception? So yeah, simple's not simple. The best
That's
filmmakers.
right. That's right. Simple motivations, simple ideas. Move the movie along A to B to C. Let's go. It's brilliant.
Thank you for joining me, Norbert. What are we doing next?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
What
Hey
do we even have?
yo.
What do we even have?
You know we have a lot, man. We have a lot.
I
It's
like
all
this
good.
was a good discussion. There's what the podcast goes to over 600 episodes now. I guess
Nice.
700 if you think about Deep Blue Sea, and then all the guests, whatever's. It's always fun when there's a movie like Romulus that's easy to talk about,
Yes. That's
but
right.
it offers enough to the lore to expand on that.
That's right. And it brings up important things like the direction that Hollywood's going in general.
Rebookals, baby.
The rebootquels
You know
and
what?
good decision making.
Everyone loves Scream 5 because they're like, oh, it's just so smart. But it's like it's a rebookquel. They made a
Yeah,
rebookquel and then they're commenting on rebookquels.
that's right. That's right. This is it. This is it. The good news is, kids, you're in late stage Hollywood. So because of their cash grab for all of the streaming money, they no longer have the ability to say, let a terrible movie blow up on DVD the way Office Space and Fight Club did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now if a movie fails, that's it.
It's
They've
dead.
lost
Yeah.
because of their greed to pull everything into streaming. They can't sell you DVDs anymore. Disney doesn't make DVDs anymore.
LG stopped making Blu-ray players.
You know what I mean? So this is what you're getting, folks. Deal with it. This is what you're getting. You're getting rebootquels and threequels and oh yeah, just plain old reboots. You know? Superman, that next movie's coming out. Let's see if they even bother to put the origin in there because it's literally a character from 1939. Like we know the story.
Yeah, we don't need to see Bruce's parents get killed anymore.
You know what I mean? We're good. So, but this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. And you have 9 streaming services. It's kind of your fault. I'm Norbert Morbid.
And I'm Mark Hoffmeyer. Thank you for joining us, and keep listening to Movies on the Flakes. Have a good night.
Like a shark fin.